whenever you have a bat and maybe you're on deck, maybe you're just horsing around in your yard or your living room or something, and you take a nice dry swing. Most people, when they take a dry swing, they take their best swing. Okay? There's no ball to worry about. You're not anxious about any ball. You're just taking a beautiful dry swing. And yet, if I start flipping them balls, all of a sudden they can't figure out when to pull the trigger until they know more about the exact location of the ball. Okay? So it's my opinion that many of the people that are following me on Patreon or Facebook Live, or you've bought the course, or Twitter, or however they found me, YouTube, they are trying to do what I'm teaching, but they have a case of ball anxiety. They are doing their damnedest to do what I teach, and sometimes it just happens and it feels really good, and other times they're doing it but it doesn't feel right. And it's my opinion it's because of ball anxiety. They have not figured out quite yet how this gets to every location. And so they're trying to do this, but they're also trying to make a conscious move to the ball. And what you have to do is you have to snap this barrel rearward quickly, completely, and just look at the ball. And as the barrel comes around, it'll go to the ball because of your hand-eye coordination. Okay? Those great hitters, Manny Ramirez, Barry Bonds, Miguel Cabrera, all the great hitters, in my opinion, you can see this rearward barrel, and to me, that's a huge part of their, not just their quality swing, but of their timing. They know where they're going to swing the bat before they swing it. When they decide to swing, they snap it here, they look at the ball, and as the bat comes around the corner, it goes to the ball based on their hand-eye coordination. They don't make a conscious move to snap it and then move it. And I think people that are following me are not either making a complete snap because they don't know quite where to go, or they're snapping it and then moving it instead of just flipping it back there and you're done. So these hitters, Bonds, Manny, Cabrera, 3 of the best hitters ever, and yet they're still wrong 7 out of 10 times. They have great swings. And what I've always been amazed by, they do get fooled now and then, they do chase now and then, but the percentage of swings that they take that are beautiful swings, whether they got a hit or not, is really high. Okay? And it seems like they're able to pull off their A swing way more than everybody else. And therefore they get more hits than everybody else. So because they're taking their A swing really often, almost every time, their swing is under control. They're doing the same thing with their swing every time, knowing that that swing will go to all the locations. And therefore, if they're wrong 7 out of 10 times, which they are, it's their judgment that is bad or needs work. Actually, I should say this, it's their judgment that's the problem, but it's not really, I mean, we hope to get better at it, but the problem is that damn pitcher. He's pretty good. He's got deception and moving pitches and changes speed. And so we're always vulnerable to that. We can get better and better at it, but we're always vulnerable to that. Well, let's look at that. Let's say that we're always vulnerable to that a little bit and we have a good swing, or we're always vulnerable to that a little bit and we have a bad swing. Okay? If we're vulnerable and have a bad swing, we're gonna maybe hit it 1 or 2 out of 10 instead of 3, or something in between. Okay? So I am encouraging everybody that follows me to get in your stance, get your stretch and fire load, pick your leg up and get to your spot, and when you decide to swing, launch the damn bat. Pull the trigger and hope it hits the ball. Stop trying to hit the ball. Create an arc, like Manny Ramirez does. Create an arc. Every time, create your arc, and if your judgment was good, that ball will come right into your arc. If your judgment was bad, the ball won't come into your arc. But next pitch, do the same thing. Create the arc, trust your judgment. And when your swing arc creation gets consistent, your judgment will improve. okay? Take your beautiful dry swing every time, even though a ball's coming. All right, let me go leaf through the chat here, see what questions I missed.